Thanks for joining us on the Weather Channel. I'm Warren Madden, and we're working through Thursday night / Friday morning, getting ready to put this work week to bed. A new month starting, May, already a third of the way done with 1997. 1997? No, we're already done with that. 1998, losing track of my years here. How about we play a little atmospheric billiards? Here we have our three ball, so to speak. This is the upper level low that has been very, very slow to move out of the center of the nation. Here's the cue ball. This is coming out of Canada and is going to hit the three ball and try to send it up into the corner pocket, into New England. However, just like you may see a professional pool player, when he hits the cue ball into another ball, the cue ball will stop dead. That's pretty much what's going to happen to this. It'll come down, force this storm to the east, but then it will slow down in pretty much the same location. So if you think you're going to be drying out here into the Mississippi River Valley, over into the Ohio River Valley, I'm afraid I can't offer that news, because this second storm will keep you unsettled in terms of weather for a while now. We're still seeing a lot of rain overnight into Florida, coming up into the Carolinas, into Georgia, some thunderstorms, and that is where our trouble spot is, especially central and southern Georgia into the central Florida panhandle, where we could see some strong to perhaps severe thunderstorms between now and noon on Friday. So watch out as you're driving through the region, or if you're just watching me wondering whether the storms that you're hearing rumbling outside may be severe. If you see a red screen up and it is scrolling text, or you see a red bar at the bottom of the screen and that is scrolling text, then you are under a warning of some sort and you should take appropriate action. Let's deal with the rain. As I mentioned, anywhere from the Mississippi River to the Hudson River and south to the Everglades and the Keys, we'll see the chance for rain through noon on Friday. Some scattered showers in the center of the country, and notice we see also some rain painted into the western United States. That's a change from the pattern you've been in previously. More rain coming ashore. It'll be turning unsettled on the west coast over the next several days as well. Again, here's our threat of severe weather. Some strong thunderstorms possible also. Indianapolis heading down toward Louisville, and a little bit here south of Astoria, heading down into the Coast Range and the coast of Oregon through noon on Friday. Watch out for fog in Chicago. That could make for some reduced visibility for your travels. Also into Asheville, North Carolina, heading down perhaps into the metro Atlanta area, or certainly heading up toward Chattanooga. And traveling along the PCH, you could be seeing some patchy fog around, so be aware and use your low beams if it's still dark out. Some wind into the Dakotas, especially North Dakota. Denver, as you travel along I-70, you're coming down I-25. Watch out, hang on to the wheel. Some gusty winds over 30 miles an hour. Was it ever warm into the Pacific Northwest? 15 degrees above average on Thursday. 20 degrees above average here in northern Minnesota around International Falls. Conversely, we saw some cooler weather here in the Ozarks, 15 degrees below average, and Boston enjoyed a very mild day, 10 degrees above average. Let's look at some of the numbers. It's easy to look at the colors, but let's put the numbers to it. 78 in Boston for the high on Thursday, only 59 in Chicago, and also in Kansas City. There was that cool pool of air right here in the mid-Mississippi River Valley. Made it to 89 into Portland, new record, and the airport set a new record for the hottest day in April ever. We'll take a look at some of those highs coming up in Stormwatch, show you some of the records. But let's turn our attention away from Thursday and into Friday now. Very mild under our clouds here in the eastern U.S. A little colder as we head into the Colorado Rockies, dropping into the 20s in some cases. As we look at our low, here's the three ball, as I was mentioning, and as we go through the day, you see it is not moving very quickly at all. Here's the cold front that will try and force it eastward as we go through the day on Saturday, but by the late evening, early evening on Friday, we'll see the rain into Boston, Worcester, Hartford, and as I mentioned, our rain also into the west coast, so San Francisco, a wet commute for you on your way home, also into Portland, Oregon. Heaviest amounts of precipitation will be in the Carolinas, perhaps an inch or more, and in South Florida we could see 2 inches or more between now and noon on Friday, so watch out for ponding of water on roadways. Another very warm day in Texas, getting into the 90s, also in the southwest, and still getting into the 80s all the way up into parts of interior Washington. We'll see the 50s sneaking down into the northern plains, and warmer actually in northern New England, getting into the 70s, but a little cooler in Boston and New York with that rain around. Let's look farther out into the weekend now. Here's your extended forecast.